What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and for 15 years I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay. But today we are in Lake Worth, Florida. This flea market is about an hour away from my house. When we come here, we usually do pretty good, and I make these videos for educational purposes these days. I've since retired on eBay. I've sold millions of dollars. We are very fortunate, and I like to make these videos to help you, so that way you guys can go out here, you guys can make some money, you guys can find this stuff, you guys can sell online, and you guys can have a successful either side hustle or full-time income, whatever you desire. That's what we are here for. And if you want to learn more about this, I have a great community of over 2,500 people that reoccur every single month. We have 30 live calls per week. Everything is recorded. We have niche specific calls in every single niche that you can imagine. I host the morning call every single day. I answer every single question in the group with a quality, actionable answer. And if that's something that you're interested in, click the link below. But for right now, it is the golden hour. It's gonna be hot today, but we are here. We're gonna rock and roll.
Oh, what's up, man? Good morning.
Hello. Good.
$2.
How much are the shoes?
100 each.
Where'd you get all these?
Dwayne Wade's office.
Yeah, straight from him?
Straight from his office, yep.
How many do you have?
Oh, I have so many more at home. I have probably about 30 more years.
I'll take these.
100 a piece. Yeah.
So how many you got? 1, 2.
I have more. Over there too. Okay, give me the big container.
Mom,
Yeah,
$2?
$2. So you're taking them all?
Please.
Okay.
All right.
These two, right?
It's heavy.
I don't. Start counting. 17.
It's $2 a piece.
21.
Excuse me. So 2,100?
You want to take my number? I think I have a couple more.
Sure. You said you got him from his office. You work with him?
A friend of mine cleared his office and he told him to take them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've been selling them online. I have so many. He has another storage, but it's in Miami, so he sells them himself too.
Yeah. I live down that way, so wherever we got to go, whatever we got to do.
I'll give you their information.
Cool, thank you. All right, so literally the first vendor I walk up to today, 21 or 22 pairs of game used Dwayne Wade basketball shoes from the brand Li Ning, which Li Ning was the brand that Dwayne Wade went with after he had a Nike contract and a Jordan contract, I believe. And then he went with Li Ning. Li Ning is a Chinese brand, and Wade has a humongous following over there in China. So I saw them get put on the table, and a lot of people don't have a lot of Li Ning. So that was like #1. These are rather large, and they're size 15. And then I just asked the lady straight up, and I said, "Where did you get these?" Because I already knew. And she said, "From Dwayne Wade's office." And I said, "How much each?" She said, $100 each. And I said, "I'll take them all." And this other guy was trying to, he was trying to get in the mix, but I was not gonna let that happen today. I've sold a few pair of game-used basketball shoes in my time on eBay. I sold a pair of Russell Westbrook Nikes. Those were signed. I sold those for, I think, like 1,500 bucks, I believe. And then I also sold a pair of Glen Rice for the Hornets, the Nautica basketball shoes, which were voted like the ugliest basketball shoes of all time. I sold those for 400. So these ones are gonna do really, really, really good. On some of the tags, it says what game they were used for, which that one is helpful. But these are gonna do really well. Hello. Couple shirts and one hat.
Seis por 5.
30. And then
Sí, está bien. 30.
thank you. So after the golden hour is finished and I got a little bit more time to think and I'm not just in go mode, I'll take you through my thoughts of the deal for the Dwayne Wade shoes, because I didn't do a lot of talking. Sometimes we got to understand and realize that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You need to listen more than you talk, and if people talk, they'll give you the information rather than us asking a bunch of questions and potentially, you know, losing the deal or talking ourselves out of something. So after the golden hour, we'll go through the deal. I'll give you my thought. Not legit. When you see this fast fashion tag on any of these things, pony looks horrible. Not legit. Is there $1?
All the shirts are $1. Okay, thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 shirts for $1. We got this starter Cleveland Indians. All right, so when we first got here, walked in, that was the first vendor pretty much that I saw. I saw her putting a bunch of the same kind of shoes on the table, and the shoes were Li-Ning, which Li-Ning is not exactly popping in the streets as far as the consumer is concerned. Like I said, it is a Chinese brand. So she had a bunch of the same shoe lined up on the table. So that was kind of like my first hint. This is Nolan Ryan here, by the way. It's probably worth, on an American League ball, probably like 50 bucks. But it has no COA, so that is Nolan Ryan's signature, though. You can send them, I think, I don't know, when I was a kid, I think I saved up my money and I sent out 50 bucks to his charity or something, and he sends back a signed ball. But anyways, that was 100% his signature, no doubt about it. All right, so I saw the lady putting out, 5 or 6 pairs of the same exact model. Like I said, it's not popping in the street. Like, people aren't wearing that as consumers. Like, it's not a very popular brand in America. However, in China, humongously popular. That's why they can afford to have such big celebrities like Dwayne Wade and others. So when I saw all the pairs the same brand, I looked in the back of the car and she had another tote, all the same brand, a bunch of wild and wacky colors. And they were, large size shoe. So I looked at them and I looked on the interior tag. I was looking for some kind of PE tag, which PE means player exclusive, designed specifically for the player. So on PEs, those are shoes that are designed for the athlete. They wear them during the game. The tags are different inside, but those are Nike. So Nike PEs, the tag is different. I'll try to pop up a tag here. But those are Li-Ning, so those are going to be a little bit different. How much are the hats? $5. Thank you. 1 second. All right, 5 hats, please. Here you are. I don't need a bag. I got one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's not that bad. I can do it.
All right, so I looked in the back of the car and I saw she had an entire tote back there of more leaning, and they were all very large tags. So I'm looking for the player exclusive tag on the inside, which that's what I'm accustomed to when you're looking at Nike player exclusive. This is leaning, so it's gonna be different. So I didn't see a player exclusive tag. However, the tag was a little bit generic, and I can't say I've seen, you know, a ton of leaning in my day, but the tag was pretty generic. Didn't have a whole lot of information on there. And it was size 15. So size 15, she's got several of them. Dwayne Wade is sponsored by him. Okay, we're starting to connect some dots. And then I looked at a couple more tags, and then I started to see dates on the tag. So the dates on the tag are gonna correspond with the game that he played wearing those shoes. So okay, we have a bunch of leanings, size 15. Generic tags, date on the tag. And then I said, where did you get these? People are starting to swarm the table at this time. And I said, where did you get these? And she said, Dwayne Wade's office. So that's all I needed to hear after that, because everything added up. So I said, how much? She said, $100 each. I said, how many do you have? She said, 21 or 22, whatever it was. So I said, okay, I'll take them all. And some people were trying to get in on the deal at this point. You'll probably hear a couple guys inquiring after I already told them that I would take them all. But the lady was good. She said, nope, sold. This guy's gonna take them. So she put them in the bin. Everything is good? So she put them in the bin. We did the deal, and that was that. So like I said, I've sold game used football cleats for good money. I've sold game used basketball shoes also for good money. I think at $100, Dwayne Wade, he's a Hall of Famer, he's a legend. I think that's a pretty safe gamble, pretty safe bet right there. All right, so we're gonna head out. I'm going to show you everything that we got. We did pretty good today. We don't usually come on this day, we usually come on a different day, but wasn't anything going on, and told my wife yesterday, hey, we ain't doing nothing, so let's hit it, make a couple dollars, and that we did. So I'm just gonna cruise by this lady who had the shoes, who said that she had a lot more stuff. She said she had jerseys and things like that. That's really, I would be really interested in that if she had a bunch of jerseys and things like that. So just gonna cruise by, tell her thank you, just to get back on the front of her memory, the front of her mind, where I'm ready. All right, so we just got back from the flea market. We got 21 pairs of these Dwayne Wade shoes. We got some regular stuff, some Hokas, some of those recycled Nikes, just regular stuff. You know, we've seen that a million times, but we have not seen these. So we got 21 pairs. When she first started loading up the table, I saw all of these. And like I said, leaning is not popping in the street. So when you see a bunch of those, Dwayne Wade is from right around the way. The stadium's just an hour away. So I started looking at them, and this is what I was looking at. I use this as an example. So, you know, you're picking it up. I see on the top here, it says sample. I also saw that it had no insoles in them, which is very common. A lot of basketball players, when you see them give away their shoes at the stadium, they take out the insole. So their insoles must be near and dear to their heart. Obviously, it's molded to the feet. They slide in the new insole for the new shoes that they wear every single game. So I saw no insole. Saw it said sample, saw that they're size 15. This is the Way of Wade logo from Dwayne Wade. I know Dwayne Wade has a contract with Leaning. So all of those, we're making these connections here, going through the brain. This is Dwayne Wade's autograph on his signature shoe. That's the Leaning logo. And then I started to see this. So this shoe was worn in the December 16th game of 2013. In the car on the way home, I went to Google Images. I figured out what game this was from. This was between the Heat and the Utah Jazz. 2013 is actually one of the dynasty years of the Heat, when LeBron and Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade won a few championships. So this is a good season to have. And then I started looking up pictures of Dwayne Wade in that game. I went to Getty Images, where Getty Images has pretty much every single photograph on the internet. And then I can find pictures of him wearing this shoe. I can find pictures of him wearing this shoe. I can find pictures of him wearing the shoes. So these ones back here are going to be the more common models, along with these ones as well. This is Miami Heat color, so he probably wore these way more often. And these kind of special edition ones, like this is a good example here. This would have been a shoe that they would have made for the Christmas Day game. But as we were unpacking this, I got a little bit of a surprise here. Again, Way of Wade, leaning, Christmas colorway. But if you look on the back, it's UD40, Block 40, which is Udonis Haslam's nickname. Udonis Haslam, number 40. He's from Miami. He's a Florida guy. So these are Udonis Haslam. Doesn't look like they've been used, but these are the shoes that he would have wore during the Christmas game. So we have a pair of Udonis Haslam team issue, player issue shoes. And then we have all of these Dwayne Wade shoes. So I've sold player issue basketball shoes for a good amount of money. The cheapest I've ever sold one for is $400, and that was Glenn Rice, a pair of Nautica shoes. Not the best one, still sold them great. The highest I sold, I believe, was somewhere $1,300 to $1,500 for Russell Westbrook game-used Nike shoes from his rookie year. Dwayne Wade has a humongous following in China. This is a Chinese brand. These are going to do fantastic. So we got to get out there. We got to look for the stuff. When these did not even make it out of the car. I saw like 4 of these on the table. People started inquiring, asking questions. I'm not here to play games. I seen 4, Dwayne Wade, leaning, sample, player issue, no insoles, see the date, how much you want for all of them, bang, let's get the job done. If I would have waited a little while longer, it would have been a circus. People would have been clamoring all over it, bidding me up. I would have had to pay more. I wouldn't be able to control the market this way. So we got to know what we're looking at. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out with us today. If you're interested in learning how to do this, I have a great community of over 2,500 people that reoccur every single month. We have 30 live calls per week. Everything is recorded. I host a morning call every single day. I answer every single question in the group. And if you want to learn how to make money online, you want to learn how to sell on eBay, that's the place to be. There is no other larger resource about reselling anywhere on the internet outside of that group. So I appreciate everybody for checking out with us today. Had a fantastic day. Be great.